Legendary Celtic manager Jock Stein once said football without fans is nothing. Well, for one last FM23 adventure before FM24 is released, how about taking the reins at a club with a very special group of supporters, so special in fact that the fans built the club stadium. Deportivo Madrid just missed out on an earlier Your Next Save video, which you can look at with the link above, where their city rivals Guillermo Brown were featured. But local rivals Deportivo were formed in 1924 and currently play in Argentina's second tier at the Abel Sastre Stadium, also known as El Coliseo del Golfo. And it is this 6,000 capacity arena which makes them such an interesting save. Deportivo had been without a ground for many years, sharing with local rivals Guillermo Brown, or more recently pitching up in other local cities, but the club had bigger plans. In the early 2000s, the fans got tired of their nomadic existence and, spurred on by their recent promotion to the National Leagues, decided to both design and build a ground for themselves. Campaigns in local media asked for bags of cement and other construction materials. The fans cleared the area of rubbish and trees and manned the cement mixers, and their new stadium eventually opened in 2006, with the first game being a 6-0 thrashing of Deportivo Alianza. Fans marched through the city in celebration, and the match was televised on local networks. Surely this sounds like a group of fans worth leading to victory in one last FM23 adventure. Last season was a triumphant one for Union Berlin, promoted to the Bundesliga for the first time in 2019. Last season, they qualified for the Champions League. All this while city rivals Hertha experienced the heartbreak of relegation. Union have long been a club with cult status in Germany. When the Berlin Wall went up, Union competed in East Germany's league system. While other clubs had links to the military or secret police, Union was somewhat of an anti-establishment club, a team that represented the workers. The club have always retained a close bond with their fan base, no more so than in 2009, where fans of the club helped renovate their stadium, one perched next to a pine forest. With the club unable to afford to renovate the ground, 2,500 supporters volunteered to help build it for them. Others donated building supplies, whilst a further 5,000 supporters purchased shares to help raise finance. This ground development was not just a cosmetic improvement to facilities. Union were facing expulsion from the third tier because their stadium was unsafe. Without the determination of their fans to rebuild it, they may have been demoted and homeless and may not be enjoying the success that they are today. If managing in front of 22,000 passionate Berliners sounds like your kind of challenge, and if you think you could bring a first Bundesliga title to the east of the nation, then Union are the ideal club for one final FM23 fling. Rampla Juniors are based in Uruguay's capital of Montevideo, and founded in 1914, they moved to their current site in 1923 on land that was gifted to them by a local ship owner. In fact, the stadium is still right next to a working port, and ships can often be seen moored alongside the stadium during matches, with there even being stories of people watching games from the deck of the ships. The club's first stadium was built from wood, but by 1966 it needed reconstruction. With Rampla having very little money, they appealed to their support base for aid. The fans stepped in, and pictures of them cutting stones to create the new stands circulated nationally. This gained supporters their new nickname of the Flintstones, after the cartoon where characters worked in a quarry due to the likeness the stadium had to a quarry during its construction. Supporters worked on the redevelopment for 2 years until it was finally ready to be reopened. The club's highest finish in recent seasons is third place in the top flight, a feat they achieved in 2007's Apertura Championship. But for FM23, you'll find them in the second tier of Uruguayan football, ready for you to take the helm and lead them to a title that they've not won since 1927, the year of their one and only league triumph. Such a restoration project in a stadium built by fans could be the ideal ending to FM23.